Hey everyone, welcome back to my home. Welcome back to a refreshing week. So we are getting excited and we're having a week of refreshment. We've talked about several things already. I want to continue this. And today we're going to talk about refreshing your pantry and stockpile. I know. Stockpile is the buzzword. You say that word and everybody's woo. And it is important to have, whether you have 2 or 3 cans in your stockpile or you have 200 or 300 cans in your stockpile. Either way, it's a good thing to have. But we have to take some time and refresh and kind of like regroup a little bit once in a while. So, if you were to say to somebody, well, have you refreshed it? What are you talking about? If I need to feel refreshed, I might go and take a hot shower. I might change my clothes. I'll make a change in some way of my life so I can feel refreshed. So I want to talk about just a couple of quick ideas that I think are important and essential for refreshing your stockpile and pantry. And then a few other little side things, little side notes. So, okay, number 1, dust and clean. We need to maintain our pantries and our stockpiles and keep them clean and tidy. So dust and clean. Number 2 is rotate your stockpile. Rotate things in your pantry. So if you start with your pantry, I would rotate things around in my pantry. I have one, like a turntable thing that I keep most of my canned goods on, and some like powdered mixes and rice-a-roni, that type of thing. And I go in that. I probably do that about every 6 weeks, where I kind of regroup, make sure the cans of soup are together, make sure the cans of vegetables are together, make sure this is together and that. And it helps me look and say, you know what, that particular item has been in here. I want to use that up. So I would rotate those things. And then by doing that, I realize, oh, I have this gap here and a gap here, and I need to then go back to my stockpile and replace things in my pantry and get that up to snuff. Now, if you go into your stockpile, you want to refresh it by rotating things in there and make sure the older stuff is, up to the front. The newer stuff is toward the back, and you should be basically putting it away that way. But listen, life takes over. We all get busy. We just throw stuff on the shelf. Figure we'll get to it later. Make sure the later does come. Anyway, because it makes you realize what you do have and what you don't have. Now, another way to refresh your stockpile and or your pantry is maybe getting new storage containers. Now, if you can afford to get great containers, go for it. I can't always afford it. Sometimes I've gotten better things, like Walmart has some great clear canister style. I've been slowly building up my storage containers. I like those containers. I like that I can see what's in them. They have a great airtight lid on them. I love them, and they stack on top of each other, so you could go as tall as you want. I really, really like them. If you can't afford that, hit the Dollar General, hit the Dollar Tree. They have some storage containers as well. Dollar Tree, is $1.25. They have some storage containers. I have used them. Are they the best? No. Are they good? Absolutely. I still use some of them. They're absolutely fine. So don't feel like, well, I can't afford it. Buy what you can afford and work with what you have. You can always tweak it later. You can always fix it later. Okay. Number 4, move things around for better use. For example, I have canned tomatoes, and they're way over there. My pantry my stockpile is it's a coat closet, and it's a very small one. It's under the stairs, and it's very narrow. So for me, it's a far reach. I'm not very tall. They're not in a good place. What happens is I'll say, oh, I'll make such and such, and I have to get a can of, I'll do that next time. I'll use it up next time. Because it's too far for me to reach. I need to pull either some of those up closer or rearrange things and refresh the look of my stockpile so that those things can get better use. Number 5, possibly move your stockpile to a new location. There's seasons for everything in life. Maybe you had a very small stockpile and it's grown and you're kind of like it's bursting at the seams. Maybe you need to move it. In my case, we are moving our stockpile. So one of the things I have to claim back would be my hall closet, It's the only closet I have in the house. I have only one coat closet. I don't have storage closet. I have one closet, which is now being used as my stockpile, which now needs to be used back as a hall closet, which means I have to move my stockpile. But the good thing is about finding a new location is it will be refreshed. And there is something about, you know, it's like when you rearrange your furniture in the living room and it's like, oh, this is great. I love it. You might have had that same look last year, but all of a sudden it's a new look. So maybe come up with a new look for your stockpile. Number 6, use up the don'ts. That's a good thing. Use up the don'ts. So I've seen all these people recommend a particular brand of white Alfredo sauce. We don't like it. We've tried it. We don't. And so what did I do? I bought all these jars. We don't like it. So use up the don'ts. I either need to get rid of them, not throw them out, pass them on to someone else, or find another way to use it. The next thing I have is stock up on the do's. What things do I use all the time? So I looked and I have tons of cans of green beans. Now we use green beans, but not as much. But I do like a can of peas for my tuna casserole. Even if I make a macaroni and cheese, I'll throw in a can of peas just to get the extra green in there. And I think I have 2 cans of peas. Will we survive? Yes, we'll be fine. But I want to stock up on the do's, on the things that I like to use on a regular basis. So you always want to refresh your stockpile and keep in mind these couple of things. Always make sure you have room for sales. If there's a great sale and you go to the store and something is marked down on clearance, it's just a really good deal, you want to make sure you have room. You know, you don't want to, if you have the funds and you see this great buy and then you go, I can't get it, I have no room, my stockpile is so full. Always try and have a corner of your stockpile for getting some good sales. Make sure you have room for your needs in your stockpile. I tend to get food given to me. I actually just got a message today on my Facebook Messenger. My mom was given a ton of food by a friend, and she wants to share it with somebody in her church. She said, but before I do, come over on Saturday, go shopping from this bounty. Whatever you need, you can take, and then I'll pass on the rest. So here I go. I'm getting free food again. I don't know what I'm getting, which is wonderful, but it might not be things that I would use on the regular. So these are the extra things that are great for my stockpile, but I need to make sure I have room for the things that I need on a regular basis. I don't want to stock up too much on extra things and not have room for my needs. Don't forget the BOGO sale, the buy one get one free. You want to make room for those items. You don't see those sales, I don't think, as much anymore, but the buy one get one free, basically you're getting 50% off. It's a good deal if you can get a BOGO sale, so make sure you have room for that. We here on the East Coast have what we call a can sale. So the individual cans are a really good deal. They're getting marked down. I know on the West Coast they call them case sales, I think, or crate sales or something. We don't have that here on the East Coast. But bottom line is, listen, there's a good sale, whether it's buy one, get one free, or it's a clearance markdown or whatever. You always want to make room for those things that you can do. What are you doing to refresh, enhance, clean out, regroup in your stockpile, in your pantry? I would love to know. Leave a comment below. Give this a thumbs up. I am less than 50 away from hitting 5,000. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Hello to all my new subscribers. Hello to all my regulars. I've been so enjoying reading your comments. And if you've made it this far through the video, thank you. And you need to know that sometimes I don't answer comments right away because I do work full-time outside the home, but I do want to read your comments. If you've taken the time to write to me, I want to take the time to write back to you, or at least acknowledge. You know, sometimes there's really not a whole lot to say back, but I just want to give you, a heart to say, hey, thanks so much. I've read it. Thank you again. We'll catch you all on the next video.